What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Coming at you with yet again another perfume experience and continuing with the Parfum de Marly theme. And as per the title of this video, we have Sedley today. And I know I saw in the comment somebody last time left a comment saying next to Sedley, and you know what? Ask and you shall receive. And yeah, so this one is also really cool. Actually, all of Parfum de Marly's stuff is really awesome. Given that I'm still going through their samplers, I'm not acquiring any bottles, but once I'm done with the samplers, I'm going on for full bottles. So what we're gonna do is, as per usual and tradition on this channel, is go through them using, go through the notes and the perfume experience. But before we get started, make sure that you grab your cafe and take a seat, relax, and we'll get started shortly. For those of you that are curious about today's beans, they are geisha beans from Panama. And I didn't realize this, but apparently they're all the hype right now in the coffee snob scene, if you're a coffee snob like myself. So if you can get these, get them. They tend to be rare to come across. And they're not cheap, to be honest, but they're worth every penny. Okay, so I digress. So we're going to start off with the Sedley Musing. Light, forceful, and fresh. Sedley is an eau de parfum capturing watery and aerial scents that offer a true olfactory journey with a freshness that follows you everywhere. This classic yet modern fragrance is a blend of bergamot, spearmint, and watery accord with geranium bourbon, lavender, and sunny notes. In the background, the ultimate woody signature embodies tradition mixed with contemporary aestheticism. They have to use big words, alright? Of course they do. Alright. Olfactive notes. So in the top notes we have bergamot, spearmint, and watery accord. In the heart notes there's geranium, lavender, and solar note. I have no idea what that is. Okay. In the base notes there's sandalwood, incense, white musk, and cedarwood. Best time to wear during spring and summer for a day by the sea. You know what? I 100% agree with that off of the get-go. So we will get started with another sip of coffee. Oh man, this is delightful. Okay. Alright, you guys, so here we go again. So for those of you that are interested in seeing the sampler, that's what it looks like. And I'm gonna spray up close. Hopefully you guys get to see the action. Okay. Alright, here we go. And if you guys can tell, so the spray tread is here around this area, and it's very light. It's not oily or greasy at all, so it wouldn't stain any whites you would wear, but it's around this area. And so far, my god, it smells like a nice summer, man, like how I would like to smell on a beach. God, this is so classy, you guys, so classy and elegant. It's kind of old school but modern also at the same time. It reminds me of something my dad would have worn when I was growing up. Wow. Okay, I kind of get what they mean by solar notes. Yeah, you definitely get that sunshine vibe in here, mixed in with the water by the ocean kind of vibe. Alright, so there's definitely a citrus vibe. There's aquatic notes. The spearmint is sitting somewhere in the back, you guys. It isn't very forward-coming. That solar note is definitely there, and that's sort of the warm undertone. Now, there's also geranium. Yeah, there is a slightly floral note in here, but it's very subtle. Sandalwood and incense. Yes, you get sandalwood. And there is incensey qualities to this. White musk, definitely. And white musk is its own composition. I think white musk in itself is somewhere like 200 plus notes. And then there's cedarwood. Yes, there's woody facets to this. So, like I said, this is for me very reminiscent of my childhood. For some reason, the first thing that comes to my mind is my dad. It reminds me of a lot of the stuff he would have worn. My dad was very into Paco Rabanne, Kenzo, the old one, the blue bottle with the dark black cap. So these like old school perfumes like Pine Aftershave, and this doesn't smell similar to these, but it definitely evokes memories of these. Kuros, the white bottle, and that's surprisingly, I found out as I've gotten older, had actual natural civet in it, which you would not smell at all. Like, it has this old school vibe to it, but it also has this modern touch to it. It's very gentlemanly, it's very classy, it's very mature, sophisticated, and masculine, but also it is so true. It's such a scent that you would wear on a beach, where you are on a resort. Again, what always comes to my mind, because it's a dear place to my heart, is Saint-Tropez. You'd be, sitting at the Dior Cafe, having your croissants and coffee, and just enjoying the greenery and the scenery of the French Riviera, the Mediterranean. And then you leave from that, you go to Nikki Beach, where you're sitting there laying by the sand and the turquoise colored water, just soaking in the sun while you're having your drinks, in particular their pina coladas, fantastic, as well as just enjoying food and a good time with friends and a good company. This is definitely your scent, as you wear a light white linen shirt on, like, your swimwear. But this is so classy, you guys. This is so elegant. It kind of also speaks to a bit of an old money vibe. So you're going to be the kind of guy that's just very classy, chic, understated in your presentation, but definitely coming from old money, and you have this old money vibe to you. You're a kind of person that always says darling, sweetheart, as you speak to others. So it's got this very old vibe, old money vibe, with a fresh, citrusy, aquatic, warm, traditional touch to it. So I'm actually very, very impressed with the description and the music they gave, because it's very befitting of this. So this is just lovely. I love this. And if you guys can see my sampler, I only have 1/3 of it left. So I've used 2/3 of it already, and this is perfect. It would be perfect on a very, very hot day, but also will do well in spring, just because it has these warm elements to it. So with that said, let's get into performance and profile, okay? So performance, in terms of projection, trail, and sillage, I'm gonna say medium. Even though I can smell it off of my arm, and I can smell it up close, and I'm sure if you have enough sprays, it will project quite a bit. I wouldn't call this beast mode. And honestly, for a scent like this, especially where you're gonna be wearing it in spring or summer, where the temperatures are hot and high, you don't want an overbearing scent. You want something that's fresh, you want something that's citrusy, clean, that kind of complements the heat, helps you feel a bit refreshed, energized, and brings the good vibes. And you don't want an overly performing perfume. So for this, I'm gonna say projection is medium. So while it will project off of your skin, it's kind of within a bubble around you. So you're gonna have this cloud within your bubble, and people need to enter your bubble for them to pick on this. Same with trail and sillage. So for the trail, Your trail is going to be very close to you, so within your bubble, and the sillage is going to be, I'm going to say, momentarily. Although, if you throw this in the heat with enough sprays, I'm going to say you can have quite a bit of sillage even after you leave an area. However, for the most part, I'm going to say medium, okay? Smells, again, very masculine, fresh, clean, traditional, modern, not too old, not too young, somewhere in the middle, like a 30s old kind of a guy, but fantastic in terms of performance. In terms of profile, we've already talked about where you would enjoy this, including seasonality. So spring, summer, this is perfect for a beach day or just an outdoorsy breakfast, lunch, or even I'm gonna go far as a dinner by the water, so anywhere in the Mediterranean or the Caribbean or any other body of water that I haven't mentioned or thought of. But this is such a great scent to wear during the day, during spring and summer while you're enjoying yourself by some, beach, okay? If it means physical activities or just having food and drinks and chilling and vibing and catching up with friends, you will not be disappointed with this. God, it's so good. Actually, you know what? I can also see this as an office scent just because it has this traditional masculine touch to it. So it would do very well actually on a suit also. So you can be, on the weekends at the beach, at the resort, and then you're catching your private jet or first class, and you're in a business meeting in New York or London or wherever you're taking a business meeting in a suit wearing that scent. So I can actually see this as formal too. So it can go from casual to semi-casual to formal and all the way the other way around. So, that it's a very versatile scent in that way. You can dress it up or down, and basically you can walk from the beach to a boardroom and vice versa. So it's very versatile in that way. And it's fantastic, honestly. I have nothing bad to say about this at all. 10 out of 10. And would I recommend this? Yes, 100%. It's a fantastic spring, summer, all occasions, all places kind of a scent. But preferably you want to enjoy this on a beach with your close friends while you're having fun. And the good news is Parfum de Marly does samplers, you guys, so you can pick your sampler just like I did, enjoy it for some time, and when the time is right, you can go ahead and buy yourself a full bottle, because why wouldn't you want this in your collection? It is just fantastic, gorgeous to die for, and everything in between that's good, okay? With that said, you guys, I think that'll be it for this one. I'm gonna wrap it up here. As per usual, very much appreciate your time and attention, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.